Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the EV Show by Ludicrous Feed Live. How you all doing? Good to see you all in the live chat there. Thanks for joining us. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd of October, 2025. Lots to chat about, as always, in the EV space. If you joined us live, drop us a line, take a day. And hopefully it's not as hot where you are as we are in Sydney, or it has been anyway, all day. And if you're watching us on replay, hello as well. Nice of you to join us, and g'day to you also on the audio podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, lots to chat about, as I said early on, so we'll get straight into it. But before we do, let's say thank you to our sponsors, as always. That is, of course, Hankook Tire. Check out their Ion EV tires with a very long warranty. And also thank you to Power Shop. They've got EV day and night plans as well to suit your needs. Check them out. And also thank you to Carloop, data to empower Australia's EV revolution. Speaking of Carloop, let's welcome our regular co-host. As always, hello, Mr. Riz Akhtar. How are we doing?
Hey Tom, hey everyone. Good to be on. I'm not in a Bonza lounge tonight, but it's the next big thing. It's windy Melbourne. It's not hot, as hot as it is for people up north, but it is very, very windy down here. So let's hope the power stays on. But I've got a backup Bonza plane powering the house in case something does happen. But yeah, looking forward to tonight. We've got lots to chat about.
Yeah, don't forget the Spectre Riz, the Spectre V2H powering your home too, I'm sure.
Well, look, I think it's V2S. It's vehicle to street with the Spectre. It's the battery is that large. It just shares it around.
So generous, Rolls-Royce, and so generous of Riz as well. Let's say hello to Roland from Zapped YouTube channel. Hey, Roland, nice to see you.
Hey Tom, hey Riz, good evening all. This is my best friend today, the good old aircon. Oh,
Yeah, I've got it on right now as well. So good. It's a lifesaver. And nice to see you, Roland, as well this week at the, last Saturday at the XPeng Parramatta grand opening.
yes, what an opening. So many people there.
Yeah. I missed the lion dance at the beginning, but I heard it was quite good.
Yeah, it was very loud. Typical, like all of the, I don't want to do wrong by them, but the drums and everything.
Yeah. I saw a reel once of Chinese lion dancers without the costume. They're pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very acrobatic, those guys. So amazing to watch.
They were dripping in sweat afterwards,
I bet.
which, yeah.
It was a warm day. Yep. If you want to check out Roland's YouTube channel, there it is, youtube.com/zappedau. Thanks, Jason, for putting that on. Let's say hello to our regular viewers who've tuned in nice and early. Hello to Sensei. Thank you very much, Sensei, for joining us and giving us a Ludicrous Feed membership as well. To Mark, who scored one. Hello to Gaffer. Hello, Andrew, confirming Riz's windy Victoria. Also very windy where he is. Hello, Jim. Nice of you to say to the best show of the day. Hey, that's very kind. Very kind. Hello. Oh, anyone see the 60 Minutes thing on the weekend? The Ludicrous Feed clip. Very, very short clip. I think they showed two of our videos very, very, very briefly. Just our FSD test. Yeah, interesting take on the whole thing, isn't it, gents? Anyway, we'll get into it very shortly. Hello, Sir Necromancer. Hello, it's only Dale. Tropical Canberra today. Yes, summer has definitely hit, for sure. Hello, Muzza. Hello, Espadaval. All these early joiners. Thanks so much. Yes, Jason's got the AC as well. Yeah, thank goodness for the AC. Alrighty, well let's get into it's only Dale said I couldn't watch that with a hangover on Sunday. Just a late hangover. It was on Sunday night, dude. Wow. That's great. Disgrace 60 Minutes. Yeah, look, clearly it was supporting some sort of narrative they wanted to share about FSD and autopilot. Look, it was very sad what they were putting on with that story with that person losing his partner. But still, it's there's more to that story, isn't there, guys, with FSD? I think they were sort of using a lot of autopilot, the old autopilot software, as opposed to comparing to the new stuff. That's Riz, you've driven it. It's pretty good too.
Yeah, look, Tom, I think we've chatted about this offline, and I'm faithful to this channel and the EV community. I have not watched it apart from what was shared on the Ludicrous Feed social channels and around the place. But I think it's that this thing is going to continuously sort of evolve, right? Last year we had the whole thing around, or maybe it was earlier this year, the whole thing around nickel mines, and now we've got autonomy that is obviously self-driving cars that are a bit of a scare. But then if you look a bit deeper into the surface, you have Uber that is doing autonomous vehicle partnerships with any company they can find that's credible. So they've got partnerships in the Middle East, they've got partnerships in many different parts of the world. They've taken this very seriously. Obviously, Tesla's doing what they're doing. There's about at least a dozen relatively good startup and scale-up companies in China that are doing that. Waymo is doing the same thing. So I think it's probably a one-hit wonder for our friends at 60 Minute. Create sort of the fear while they still can, while we don't have services like Waymo and Tesla's Robotaxi and others that are like Pony and others that are in China. But at the end of the day, I'm at a stage now where any publicity is good publicity for EVs and autonomy. So it's the way it goes.
I think I'll get Roland's thoughts in a sec, but I think the problem, as we said, there's a lot of companies doing autonomy and AI driving. It's not just Tesla, but I think there's a problem with AI, Tesla's name. I think that's what the general public are concerned with. It's a little bit deceiving, right? Full self-driving. It's not full self-driving, obviously. I think that's the main issue. And same with autopilot. I think it's still a hangover from that kind of advertising and marketing. Roland, do you agree, or do you think it's too simplistic to consider that?
No, I think it's a mix of all of that, right? The full self-driving is a deceiving name, in all fairness, right? Like if you said to someone, if you go shop, like imagine this was someone's first time being exposed to the brand. So they go on the website, they shop, and prior to the updates with the supervised word in brackets says full self-driving. Without reading any further into it, and I know they've got explanation, you scroll further down, there's videos and whatnot, but at face value, at a quick glance, that makes you think as a consumer, right, that's full self-driving. And so I think that doesn't help. And then along with the whole CEO thing, let's not get into the full politics, but it kind of paints that bad name. And they know as media companies, they will get the clicks.
Yeah,
so that's
correct.
why they continue to do this. And, by anyone watching it, it's sort of like you are indirectly feeding the algorithm to kind of prompt them to, whether it's paid for advertising, all of that stuff, the clicks, like, they're loving it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how media make the money. But
yeah,
very interesting.
I have to just quickly point out, Elizabeth makes a very good comment.
God is watching us.
That's
Always.
right.
Yeah. Look, I guess that's quite a fanciful name, right? Surely no one thinks God's watching through BYD. I mean, maybe he is. But I think it still comes, for me anyway, I think it comes down to the name. That you tell the average person on the street, they think Tesla was already doing that. It was already driving itself, right? We obviously follow it very closely. We know that's not true. It's been under development and still is over the years. So it is a little bit deceiving to the average person, I suppose. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. I've got some more about the FSD subscription coming up, so we'll touch base on that very shortly. We will, however, just quickly talk about the fact that there are a couple of EV shows coming up in Sydney and Melbourne. We're very blessed here on the East Coast with the Sydney International EV Motor Show coming up on the 31st and 2nd of November, which is next weekend. So not this weekend, the next weekend. And there's a link in the video description below for buy one, get one free tickets if you want to attend the show. Riz and myself will be there. And Roland will be as well. So it should be good. Lots to chat about as always in the EV space. And if you can't make Sydney, there's always Melbourne as well. So at the Melbourne Showgrounds, which is in Flemington, the Everything Electric makes its debut in Melbourne. So Riz and myself will be there as well, doing a couple of talks and panels. So that should be good to see. Looks like they've listened to feedback and they are branching outside of Sydney, which is great. Hopefully more cities in Australia to come in coming years. Cool. So that's a couple of EV shows there in Australia. And big news this week out of BYD. Speaking of BYD, launching Atto 1 and Atto 2. No pricing as yet, but they have released some specs, guys. Obviously, what is the magic number? What do you reckon?
28.
20. Yep. Roland suggesting 28,888. I thought 18,888 might be a better number. But
Take that.
car experts suggesting about 25 grand. So, I mean, that'd be all right. I think 25 grand. I'll just quickly show you our spreadsheet here, which we talked about in my video. So, if you look at the Dolphin, it's 29,990 before on road. So, I'm thinking Atto 1 will be under that, given it's a smaller car. So, I think 25 grand is not too far off the mark there, gents. We'll see. Now, we had a bit of I did a bit of research about kind of the cheapest ICE cars in that price range. Riz, would you say it's sort of early 20s for an equivalent size vehicle? Let's say like a Picanto or the Mazda 2, for example.
Yeah, MG3 is a little bit more expensive now, but it used to be around the $20,000 mark. These more affordable, fleet-friendly cars have sort of gone up in price over the years. We used to have like the Hyundai Getz and Hyundai Accent and even Kia Rio at one stage, but they've sort of, and Kia Picanto, and they've sort of increased in price to a stage where everything's over 20 grand now. So yeah, if it's playing in that sort of, mid 20,000 space, it would help. My only thing is that we've had the Dolphin Essential for a while now. Well, introduced in January this year. Didn't really move the needle much until about July, August, when my suspicion is that's when BYD first started to deliver those essentials, although they were supposed to be delivered in April for the first batch. But they were starting to get some good numbers, over 450, I think, Dolphin sales last month, which the price is finally starting to make an impact. I'm just not too sure whether this is too small of a car. I drove it last week at Lang Lang, and every time I drive this car, I just love it. It's just so much fun. But I'm just not sure, unless we can get some big fleet customers, like those car share sort of companies that operate in the inner city pop car, and I think Car Next Door or whatever they're called. Unless we can get some of those big fleet operators purchasing these, it might start with a bit of a slow sort of sales for first couple of months, and then it will pick up sort of like the Dolphin.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just bemoaning the fact that they didn't keep the Seagull name, guys. I mean, Seagull would have been quite iconic. It's
That would have been
1.
a cool name.
It would have been, right? Someone said in my video that it's like a seagull scrapping for a parking spot. It would have been perfect in Sydney. I'm sure Melbourne as well. If you squint, it kind of looks like a Lamborghini, someone said. You agree with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah? European design influence. Yep, I get it.
Can I just ask though, the official name for that color, I've had to look it up, is Sprout Green. To me, it looks yellow.
It looks
I
yellow.
haven't seen it in person. So, what do you all think, gents? And what's everyone thinking as viewers? Is it green or is it yellow? To me, it looks more yellow, like highlighter yellow.
I'm with you, Roland. I've got all the media assets from BYD. It all looked yellow to me. Seriously. There's no... I mean, like a bit lime green maybe, but it's yellow in my books.
Once again, if you squint, it looks green. So...
Hey, you can be whatever you want. Seriously. Whatever color you want to call it.
Yeah.
Sprout green. Yep. It's all good. Question here, I think it was, will it be released at the Motor Show? I think there's a special launch in Sydney in mid-November, so we'll find out more.
There is.
Yeah. So, Richard says maybe a Sprout that hasn't got enough sun, which hasn't quite bloomed yet. Yeah, looks yellow. Says it's only down. Yep. If you feed the Seagull chips, does it mean it includes the ADAS? Nice. Love the dad jokes.
So in China, it does come with a very entry-level God's Eye, which on the vehicle that I spotted, or the one that I drove, they only had one right-hand drive car, and it didn't have the God's Eye cameras. So I guess that's still a China-only thing, if we're talking about sort of the tech that it comes with.
God is not leaving China for the Seagull. Staying in China. Yeah, interesting. All right, well, that's good. And the Atto 2, of course, is also going to be launched for the price very shortly. So that's good. Lots of new cars from BYD. C-Line 5, C-Line 8, they're the hybrids, and then the Denza brand as well. So lots to talk about from BYD.
One just quick highlight before we sort of move over to the next topic. I was actually impressed with the spec sheet. 11 kilowatt AC on even the Seagull. Hey, BYD's finally listened.
Good.
We've
Well,
it's good for city dwellers because if if you're charging with the curbside charger because you don't have access to off-street parking, then you could top up the essential version, which I think has a 30 kilowatt hour pack. In about
3 hours.
2 hour parking, you get 2/3 of a battery.
That's smaller than my home battery at the moment. Tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. 11 kilowatts for a 30 kilowatt hour battery. That's pretty impressive. You won't need to DC charge it too often. It's good. And I think the what's the other one? Is it dynamic or premium? The
Premium.
Step up premium.
Premium.
It's 40 something, 43 something.
44, 43, 44, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad offering. It's good. All right, we'll keep an eye on the price for sure. Sergio says the 11 kilowatt AC is faster than the Seal. I agree. Yep, interesting. All right, let's stick with BYD. So this definitely made the news this week. This the fact that BYD are storing cars at the Jamboree theme park, or the action park, just south of Sydney, about 100k south of Sydney, where you control the action. Clearly, BYD are controlling the cars down there. Now, I mean, it doesn't look odd to me, cars at a car park, but someone's clued on, someone's complained, and the Climate Council not happy with the fact that they're storing inventory cars in this car park. Gents, overblown or legit concern? What do you reckon?
I'm with you. Like, it's a car park. You've got cars there. So for me personally, like, I don't understand, why do you need to submit a DA approval to put cars there? Is it because they're not classified as cars? Because they're technically not road registered and they're classed as inventory or something? But like, they're cars. They're making multi-use, right? Like, if Jamboree's not open, they're doing a good favor to BYD being able to work out their partnership to store cars. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Riz?
I wonder how much the residents' concerns are around just lack of information around electric cars, because still pretty common news that, or newsworthy for many, that, EVs, there's a risk of fire. So people, will jump on Facebook, someone posts this, and about 40 people say, oh, it's got to burst into flame. Uneducated, of course, guess is there. But to people living in the area, it's far too close to home. They think they're living next to Chernobyl. So there is a bit of fear mongering that would cause this. But I agree with you, Roland. If they're making use of a car park that is not being used, and it's a private arrangement between the park operator and, let's say, BYD, I don't see anything wrong with it. And these are transient vehicles, like they sold 1,800 of them last month. I can't imagine they're going to be sitting in that lot that long. Unlike the early days when we had parking lots full of the Atto 3s, I think it was the second half of 2023. So, yeah, maybe people are quite alarmed based on the lack of knowledge and information around these vehicles.
Yeah, that's right. I think It's Only Dale says Cars Guide have done an update to this, so let's have a look at that update. So apparently it's to do with a distribution changeover. Here we go. Likely situation that Jamboree changeover from EV Direct's distribution to the brand new factory being opened. So it's a temporary housing, basically. I also read in the ABC article that it was because they were concerned about big trucks being in the area, hauling these cars back and forth. But as we know, those trailers aren't too big. And the owner was saying, well, the buses that bring kids and so on to the theme park are about the same size. So I don't know if that's a legit concern. Anyway, I think it's overblown, honestly. I'm sure it happens everywhere, and obviously must be slow news day. But yeah, it is what it is. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Good, it's a good news story anyway for the main press. Now let's stick with BYD for the moment. So there was an update this week for C-Line 7 to version 3.0.0. Few things getting updated there. Optimizations mainly. Navigation info display and the head-up display. A few preference settings as well. Someone was emailing me this week saying that there was an issue with the ICC, the Intelligent Cruise Control. So I don't own a BYD anymore, so I'm a bit out of the loop. So anyone in the chat who owns a BYD, let us know. Has the version 3.0 affected your experience, particularly to do with Intelligent Cruise Control? Let us know. Let us know. Yeah, there it is, this person here. So this person sent me, Christopher, sent me some info. And yes, so publicly asking the question, is it affecting ICC since the OTA? Keep your thoughts on the chat, guys. Thanks very much. And just staying with BYD, and there's been a recall as well, Riz and Roland. I'm not sure whether you guys read, calling some older vehicles we don't get here in Australia. I think the Tang was one of them. And was it the Yuan Pro, which we also don't get here. Just to do with, I think was it the battery, something like that. And also,
quick question around financial review and the coverage of cars that we don't get here. They rarely cover cars we do get here, let alone the stuff that we don't get. So I'm not sure which executive that's going to be reading this paper this will be relevant to or for, but I guess they're into global coverage now. But I need to be more factual around what is happening. Yuan Pro, as you said, we don't get here. We get the Yuan Plus, which is the Atto 3.
And this is the AFR, so Australian Financial Review as well. So yeah, it's weird, Riz. You're right. It's coverage of a big brand like that, not really relevant to us just yet. But it is. Here we go. Reduction. Flaw in the battery waterproof design could lead to reduction of power output. So there you go. Just thought I'd throw it out there, just to be fair with coverage overall. Thank you, Jason, for the 5 memberships. Much appreciated. Thank you. Jason also says, don't have a C line just yet, so no info. So let us know if you're on a C line 7. Thoughts on the new update. Okay, what else have we got? All right, let's move on to Tesla FSD. So obviously, FSD subscription is now available for hardware for $149 per month and 159 New Zealand dollars per month. And also, if you've got enhanced autopilot, it's 75 Aussie and 80 New Zealand. I think from what I've read, EAP is now gone. You can't buy that anymore, right? And it's just FSD or FSD subscription. So there it is. And just as a PSA, just be very careful if you've got hardware 3. You can actually subscribe to this, but you won't obviously get the FSD supervised features. You'll just get what used to be EAP, right? So just be careful if you just want to. I'm sure if you want to test it for $149, it's a cheap way to do so, but it's not what it's hardware 4 guys and girls are getting with that experience.
You won't get what's in the media, what they've been showing.
That's it. Yes, that's it. And in fact, Alex on X did that for science, and from what I can read of his post, it sounds like it's just EAP, which has been available for yonks previously. So nothing new from that point of view. So you've been warned. Do not subscribe to this unless you just want EAP. You won't get the full thing. Andrew's saying lots of angst from hardware 3 owners. Yeah, just don't pay it. I mean, it's not, you won't get it if you've got hardware 3. Does it come with ASS? Actual smart summon. According to Alex, smart summon's there. I'm not sure about ASS.
Which is the next generation smart summon?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Gaffer paid for it 6 years ago. Lots of people pay for hardware 3 FSD. What's going with the class action? Is that still going on? Was that sort of dying? Still going? Yeah. Stuart says still no reply for a refund.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for the subscription, right? Yep. No, smart summon doesn't work. Errors saying won't park in public car park. There you go. Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Roland, have you tried it yet? FSD supervised?
I have not. Got to find time.
Yeah. I think it's worth trying.
I'm one of those, got it on hardware 3 on the X.
Oh, yes.
So I'm just waiting.
We'll
Who
beat that
knows?
drum for
Maybe I
you.
won't even have the car by the time it's available.
Gosh.
What are you eyeing? What's next? What Roland spec?
Nothing. Just
Nothing?
constantly like to think about what's next, but who knows?
Window shopping in your mind.
Yeah, I'm always window shopping. Even if I get a new car tomorrow, I'll be window shopping again.
Again.
It's a bad
You can
habit.
come to my place. I've got the IM5 at the moment. That's a beautiful
yeah,
car. Oh, it's Roland spec as well.
Do the race box timer for the people.
Oh, I should.
Yeah,
I should.
well,
I've still got it. Man, it's such a step up from the Nissan Ariya, I gotta say.
Oh,
It's like night and day, seriously. Oh my goodness. It's such a nice drive. It's so quick, so responsive. And what, $80,000, right? For the all-wheel
Yeah.
drive. Phenomenal value.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be getting a good review, for sure. Gaffer says, the way I see it, I paid $10,000 6 years ago back when Tesla was in real danger. If they can't give it to me as promised, I'll take $10,000 worth of shares. Shares from, like, since then, 10,000? Or 10,000 6 years ago that's been now priced up since...
that's how I read
Yeah.
it. So Gaffer's saying 10K from back then. So way more now.
I'll take that too, definitely.
Same.
Yeah. Tony says IN looks really good. Oh, it looks fantastic. It looks great.
What color? Tom?
It's that blue, the iconic blue they've got. Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's a sedan too, guys. Makes my heart sing. Not another SUV. It's good. All right. Moving right along. So now, did you guys hear about this this Tesla fire just in northern New South Wales? I think it was near Taree. So we will send our regards to the family of this person that was involved. Not this person in this photo, but there was a critically injured driver from that crash. So I believe this person hit a tree before the Tesla went into thermal runaway. So it is a legit car fire, but there was obviously trauma before it happened. So there it is, there, pic of it. Yeah, it does happen. So that is actually the 12th EV fire since 2021, according to EV Fire Safe. So they are the facts, guys. 12th fire since 2021 in Australia. So shout out to Emma and the team for looking after all that data. It's good. More than 350,000 cars since 2021. 12 fires. Pretty low risk, which is just harking back to what you said, Riz, about the general population still concerned about EV fires. Yeah. Yep. Not bad stats, huh? That's right, Tony. I agree. Pretty good. Very, very low rate. Is that NMC battery? I don't think we've got any of those details just yet.
The only thing I could say from the picture is the performance wheels. I think
that's what I was looking at.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Can we go
Good
back
spot.
to the picture, Tom?
Very good.
Yeah, they look like
Yep.
Uber turbines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless it's a cap, but then you've got red calipers too,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So it's got to be NMC, right? If it's Uber turbines. Look, they are high risk, but they're still pretty low, right? It's statistics. It's like 10 times worse, but they're both very small numbers. So this is a very rare case, thankfully, of an EV fire. Sergio saying Roland, next car 007 GT. Hey, that's my next car too. Not just Roland's.
Where's Andrew? Where's Zeekr? You bring
Where's
it or not?
Andrew?
Yeah.
Surely Andrew's watching. He'll text something soon.
Yeah.
He loves our show.
So just on that, right? Like I've been thinking recently. Well, we want wagons in this country, right? I guess car enthusiasts, performance vehicles, and just the practicality factor. Then I sometimes think, if they were available, would we genuinely put our money down on a station wagon? I love the 007 GT. I think it looks, and I would personally, put money on a car like that. But apparently, the reason why a lot of the manufacturers are not selling any wagons at all are because people have just stopped buying them. So, yeah, it's. But then again, every now and then I'll see like a Audi RS6 and or a C63 wagon or one of them. And UK is getting electric wagons. So maybe there needs to be a resurgence.
And Riz,
I've
the
never-
G-Wagon doesn't count.
No,
It's not a real wagon. Sorry, Roland.
I was gonna say I've never seen someone unhappy in a wagon.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
unhappy with their wagon. Like everyone who's got a wagon, always over the moon.
Totally. Even the Volkswagen's got a wagon. What's it called?
yeah.
It's,
There's a Passat wagon.
That's it,
and
yeah.
Golf had a wagon too. Yeah.
Golf had a
Yeah.
wagon, yeah.
Yeah. Like the IM5 this week, the sedan just feels so much more stable. Like you're just so much more planted on the ground. I know you're lower. I think people just like riding higher, right? Just because there's so many big cars on the road. That's just a trend. You just want to
They
be
want
higher
to
up.
see over everyone.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. It's sad, but it is the truth, unfortunately. Yeah. So that's the 007 GT. Bring it soon, Andrew. Let's talk about this. So this is new V4 Tesla Superchargers coming soon at Glenorchy in Tasmania.
Finally happened, Charles. It's finally happened.
Nice. 4 stalls. That's good for Tassie. It's great. And V4 as well. So hopefully all access for all cars too. That'd be good. And this one is, let me just check my notes. Where was this one from? This is a viewer photo in Mansfield, Victoria. Where's that?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, from Johan.
No.
Thanks, Johan. Let's have a look. Which part of Victoria? Zoom out. Yeah, it is in the northeast. Northeast. Bonnie Doon is nearby. Jamison. Mount Buller. That Strathbogie.
Yeah, Mount
Isn't it?
Buller High Country.
Yeah. There you go. It's good to learn about Victorian geography while we're at it. Oh, thanks, Gary. On the way to the snowfields. Thank you. And Richard. Snow Country. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, catered for Mount Buller. Nice one. That's good. Good for winter next year. And also this pick as well. So this is obviously still under construction in Mansfield, but hopefully ready for next winter. Yeah, House of Serenity. Bonnie Doon. Nice. Nice castle reference. Okay, that's good. Just quickly wanted to talk about our sponsors real quick. So thank you to Hankook Driving Emotion, EV Tires. Check them out, Hankook Ion Tires, long warranty. They get a Power Shop as well. Power Shop do EV plans for day and night, depending on your needs. Check them out. And also thank you to Carloop, data to empower Australia's EV revolution. Riz and the team, thank you. Nice. Okay. Now, we talked about earlier with Roland the fact that the XPeng Parramatta store launched, and it's going to be a full service center as well, Roland. Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
it is.
Pop this on. That one.
It
Yeah.
is. And then I also found out it was posted on Facebook. Michael, I think he's one of the employees at XPeng in Port Melbourne, and you can see that there. They will also become an official service centre too. So when I was speaking to one of the guys at Parramatta, they were saying you can pretty much choose whether or not you want to go with Ultra Tune or if you want to go direct. So they're doing warranty work already, like at Parramatta. So it's good news for owners who didn't want to just specifically go with Ultra Tune. Now's you've got an option to go direct. So I think that's a good win.
Nice. It's good to see a DC charger as well in the car park, Roland, in Parramatta. If you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether they can charge that full 240 or 250 kilowatts, but still, something's better than nothing.
Got to try it.
Gotta try it. Yeah. Bring the G6 over there. And what a great spot, hey. It's in Auto Alley, Church Street, Parramatta, the home of cars, I suppose, in Western Sydney. Great location. They've chosen well. I guess XPeng, I'm just a bit confused at the moment, right? It's no secret that HQ's coming in, so they're a bit of flux at the moment. You know, what's the direction? When are the cars coming? In particular, the new G6, G9, the X9. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of cool stuff coming out of China, but we're just not getting those dates like the other brands, like BYD, Zeekr, Riz, any thoughts? Any insights from your end?
Well, they've got an FAQ page that they updated a couple of months ago on the current Australian website, and they were saying that I think it was the X9 that was going to be here in late Q4, maybe Q1 next year. We still haven't seen the G6 performance that was supposed to be here by June. So maybe they're waiting for the new changeover, but I don't think there's a performance variant in the new model. So I guess time will tell. I also heard some other market, maybe Malaysia, got the new G6, so it's getting closer. But yeah, hopefully Q1 next year.
Yeah, I got some people I know looking forward to the G9 as well. They just want that bigger SUV. So yeah, hopefully XPeng get their act together. Yeah, wouldn't mind seeing the new G6 as well. That's a nice
I
vehicle.
want to see the X9. We
Yeah.
need the competition here for the people mover market.
Absolutely. I mean, they talked big when we went to Hong Kong earlier this year for their brand night. Looked really good, the X9. So hopefully it comes next year. Otherwise, they'll fall behind, right? You got Zeekr with their 009. Got BYD with Denza coming in. Lots to choose from now. That people mover segment.
Even potentially GWM's Way brand, WEY. They might be bringing, I think, a plug-in hybrid sort of people mover. Pretty luxurious as well. So yeah, quite a bit of competition starting to emerge in that space now.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Daryl says Indonesia has the X9, so hopefully we'll get it here soon. That's good. That's great. That's another right-hand drive market, I think. Could be wrong.
I think they are, and they're assembling them there.
Ah, very good. Oh, here we go. Murray says the M4 services, Ampol, I think, both east and westbound now open online. That's great. 5 DC fast chargers. Yeah, it's a great spot on the M4 there around Eastern Creek. To go for a, I have to go for a test, maybe in the IM, just test out that speed. Do we know what that battery's called? I mean, Zeekr's got the golden brick, but does IM call a special name? Is it a platinum brick or?
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
just trying to think. It's one of those. What was it? Alibaba and SAIC joint venture.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, maybe Pack or something.
I need a catchy name, hey.
Yeah.
Golden brick's pretty good.
That sounds cool.
Does sound good. Or is it green, guys? Yellow, gold,
Yeah.
or green? It's hard to tell, right? Got to squint.
Hey, actually, speaking of golden brick, this week there is the pre-sales of the updated Zeekr 7X in China. So that's already sort of started, but like most things, that's probably another 12 to 18 months away in international markets. So China first, as we learned in the Zeekr trip last year, that there's a lot of things such as zero gravity seats and a whole lot of other features, screens that move from one end of the Zeekr X to the other. All of that sort of stuff is China only first until they feel comfortable, and then it goes into international markets where they're allowed to have it. So new golden brick battery in the Zeekr 7X, the new variant, more power, and I'm sure they've done a lot of other interior tweaks as well. But last week when I met the first 50 odd owners in Sydney, they were all very, very happy. Very high demand, that particular car at the moment. And I think both of you have driven it. I think Tom, you enjoyed it, some videos, and Roland, seems like you spent quite a bit of time with it. What do you think, gents? Like, based on what we have in that vehicle, what other improvements could they possibly make? Like, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's a great package for that price. It's really, I mean, all-wheel drive, that's the one I had. Under 80 grand, seriously, in New South Wales. Very hard to beat. And that's what it has over the G6. It's got the all-wheel drive variant, which the XPeng doesn't have. It's missed the boat. So I think Zeekr have done very well. Priced it well. Good inclusions. And look, those China first things. I mean, sure, no zero gravity, no starlight thing at the front. But I think, all in all, the way it drives, it's very comfortable. Very planted. I think Roland will agree.
Yeah, honestly, for the price, there's nothing else. Nothing else that you could just easily go, it ticks this many boxes.
Yeah, agreed. And if you're lucky enough to get to a fast charger, then you can golden brick the battery out of it. It's amazing. It's very fast. Here we go. We got a 7X owner right there, loving it. Good, congratulations. End of October EV sales should be good, Riz. I think looking forward to that in a few days' time.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I'll try and have something for us next week, just as a preview to see what it's looking like. I have a suspicion that we're going to get close to 10%. I think we might be a little bit of a dip compared to what we had in September. It appears that end of every quarter seems to be some sort of a quarter rush. So we see a bit of a surge. But if the overall vehicle sales are sort of starting to come down a little bit from their highs, then we might have a pretty good month. So yeah, let's watch this space.
Yeah. We did approach XPeng for you guys, me and Roland, when we were there. We asked them, why aren't you reporting to FCAI or EVC? And they said, watch this space. So we did ask the question. Hopefully it'll materialize soon, because we did say, look, if you report, the numbers will definitely be better. So it's for the greater good. So we are pushing.
It gives more confidence to the brand, right? Because at the moment it's unknown, and when people get the unknown answer, it's always goes negative side first. They're like, well, you're not selling.
Correct.
They had a better month in September. They doubled their previous averages to just over 200 and something vehicles. So look, it's it's doing relatively well, given the car's been around for nearly 12 months now in the market. But yeah, I wonder what that would how that would change if they really did start to report their numbers, because more people will be aware of the vehicle.
That's right. We'll just amplify it on the show. Absolutely. That's what we said. Here's good point here. So Necromancer says, I recently learned that the Zeekr 7X and the Brabus Smart #5 are the same car. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's a Geely car, the smart cars, as is Zeekr. So probably share some common parts there. Richard says, the 7X is the only car whose charging is faster than anything available on the market. Fastest charger in the country is 400 kilowatts. Very true. IMs, they're pretty quick too, aren't they? Are they 400?
I think they were getting close to 290, 300.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I guess for all intents and purposes, like, sure, the numbers are big, but I think in terms of time, it's probably very similar, around the 15-minute mark. Yeah. Same with G6, it's pretty fast as well if you get a charger that can work. Has MG sold any Cybersters? I will ask Grizz that question. I did see one in the wild the other day. I was very, very happy to see it in my neighborhood.
I think they are selling very few, like a couple a month, but I'm not sure how that demand will continue in the future. It might be one of those cars that just remains a halo car.
To be fair, the IM interface, it's very similar to the Cyberster. You got the 3 screens, so it just looks more refined, right? But it's same sort of platform. Charles says he knows of one owner in Tasmania. Good, that's one car. Sergio asks, do you think the Starlight will be an option for Australia one day? Ooh, ADRs, gents.
Apparently,
ADRs, right?
that's the concern. But I mean, it's that, I think we touched on it last week, that it's always a balance of how much kit you add onto a car and what that price is going to be, versus what is really important to the buyers at the end of the day is we are price sensitive to get our foot in the door. And, maybe in some top trims one day, but it's a lot of compliance work to sort of get it to that stage for such a short sort of number of sales, or small number of sales.
Yep. No, I think Zeekr have done all the basics right. Ride quality, suspension comfort, inclusions, entertainment system, ADAS. I think it's all ticks the boxes for that price. And they've concentrated on what Australians find important in a car. So hats off to that team for Zeekr doing that. I agree, John. If Performance G6 is in, and it was supposed to be, as we said earlier, then definitely a competitor for the Zeekr 7X all-wheel drive, 100%. Watch this space.
They need to bring it in.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of green or gold, this is definitely green, guys. Jolt Jolt's following EV's footsteps and introducing auto charge to their hardware. So auto charge, just in short, is basically set up in your account, your vehicle, and you can just plug it in like a Tesla Supercharger. It'll start charging because it'll handshake knowing that it's your car, which is pretty handy. I think when I first talked about this in the EV, there was some security concerns around auto charge. I think there's a competitor to auto charge, but all in all, I think it's a good step forward. Makes it easier to use a DC fast charger in Australia. So hats off to you, Jolt, for doing this. Does Jolt still have the free 7 kilowatt hour a day charging?
I think they do.
Pretty sure they do.
Yeah, good. That's only a third of the Seagull Atto 1 battery, guys.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you need, right? Yeah, thanks, Joel. They still do. Good. Oh, here we go. Jolt's only for the paid tier, right? Not for the free tier. Okay, look.
All right.
Free's free, right? So, cool. Oh, James used it yesterday. Cool. Nice. Thanks for verifying that. That's why I love this show. Just ask a question, it gets answered. It's fantastic. Now, the king of ADR, speaking of Roland, let's walk through this. What a great name. Do you want to say this?
I was gonna say,
You go.
I'm waiting for you to say the name.
Oh,
No,
man.
I'm not even gonna-
I'll get in trouble. Okay. Okay, so first of all, Dongfeng. All right. I think it's lost in translation. Right? It's a funny name, but isn't Dongfeng, it means Oriental, right, Roland? In Chinese? We have to ask someone in the chat here.
I don't know. I'm gonna look this up.
Because Dong means east in Mandarin. I know that. So I think it is. I've been watching a few C dramas here. I think it means Oriental. No?
East wind.
East wind.
East
Okay. Thank you,
wind
John.
is what it means. Yeah.
Okay. Right. It's east something. All right. Good. We've sorted that out. So Dongfeng genially forthing Joya T5 EV. Wow. What a mouthful. Jeez. Who thought that up? It's coming though, isn't it?
It's coming. It's approved. And I mean, Dongfeng supposedly, according to Google, found in 1969. So it is an established company. It's not just a new one that's popped up, say, in the past 12 or so months. So, yeah, it does say there is a 1,500 kilograms maximum towing mass braked trailer. Front wheel drive from memory, about 160 kilowatts, 150.
150. Yeah.
Yeah, seems to be the average thing coming out. Like if we've got base entry level cars coming out from China, seems like they're all around 150 kilowatts if they are roughly that size vehicle, around 4.6.
Yep. Yeah, its dong is good. As Tony said, just call it the dong. I love it. Yeah,
What
that's
did
right.
you buy for a dong?
I do like the M Hero. I think Riz, we saw that
Yes.
in China. Looks pretty cool. That military style
Very
vehicle.
tough.
Yeah.
Now, based on what I understand, Dongfeng has got a couple of partnerships in China, including one with Nissan. So they build, utes and other things for. And I also believe they build quite a bit of military equipment. So I think that from an automotive point of view, they are pretty big, and they're already in Europe. They sell a vehicle called Nami Box, which is like a Seagull or like an Atto 1, and they're also selling the Nami Box in New Zealand. So yeah, quite a lot of well-known brand in China. They seem to know how to make cars, and if they are coming to Australia and New Zealand, it means that they are looking at the right-hand drive markets pretty seriously. This could be one of many models to come.
Yep. Another brand. That's right. Another SUV to start with. Yeah. Someone said, look, it's a competitive to the SO7. Yeah, okay. Right. Hopefully the same sort of price as well, sub 50. And Daryl says the Forthing. I keep reading this as Frothing. The Forthing is a sub-brand. Okay.
Right.
Thanks, Daryl. Very good. And they've got a ute as well, according to Michael. Okay. That'd be good. Yeah, definitely have a sense of humor. I don't know if it's a sense of humor or they're just unaware of.
Could be just a conversion of the name, lost in translation. But
I mean, East Wind sounds pretty hardcore, right? Imagine driving a car that's East Wind. That's a bit, I don't know, palatable. More palatable than Dongfeng.
I feel like if it was east wind, like it's got to be a Lotus. Like it just kind of
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah. Lotus is a nice name as well, actually.
So
Obviously.
Dongfeng and the Yang Wang, if you if you have a drag race between those cars, I think the Yang Wang Extreme will win, but the Dongfeng frothing may be more comfortable.
Yeah. I'd be
Unfortunately.
frothing at the U9, definitely. The U9 would be dancing on three wheels. Yeah. Well, okay, that's the Dongfeng. We'll keep an eye on that. Jumping to the other side of the world, Cadillac, Vistic, ADR approved, 6-seater.
6-seater, 2 variants, no towing. So if anyone was interested, you can carry 6 people, but you can't carry anything else. And it is heavy, nearly 2,900 kilograms.
That's a heavy
That's
boy.
a tank. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I'll confess, I quite like the Cadillac Lyric. We had that for the week. That's quite a luxury kind of vehicle. Look, it's expensive, but it's different, right? It's not Chinese. It's not a Tesla. It's not Japanese. It's different. So I'm sure there's a market for it. And rolling with the new Sydney airport, you never know. This could be good for airport shuttles for the hour journey out west.
Yeah. In black for sure.
Yep.
It'll look quite sleek, quite nice.
Yep.
Speaking of which, though, I have seen one Lyric on the road. I saw my first one earlier this week.
In the wild.
In the wild.
Oh,
Saw my
nice.
first one. So I don't know how many numbers they're selling with, but I've seen at least one.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. But I guess, gents, this or the Zeekr 009.
Hands down, 009. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
America versus China. Tough call.
And then they're selling. I'm actually pretty impressed with how many 009 Zeekr is actually selling. Every month it's generally between 5 and 10, which is a lot for that car, for that type of vehicle. We're talking a people mover. We're talking
150,000.
Yeah, 150,000 plus.
It's a lot of coin.
So, and the 009 just looks so different on the road. Black, with that silver grille at the front. Maybe the Grand Edition, which I've done this live stream from the back off in Chatswood once upon a time. So, yeah, look, there may be some people that have an affinity with the Cadillac brand, but everyone that I've met that knows the Cadillac brand from back in the day is not willing to fork out anything more than 60 grand for a car. So, time will tell.
Yeah. Speaking of Chatswood, around the North Shore, there's a few 009s running around. I see them a lot. So, yeah, doing school runs. It's a pretty cool car. I wouldn't mind being picked up in that. Which we did actually with Zeekr when I first went there back late last year. So, nice to be picked up in that from Shanghai. Great car. Yeah. Well, anyway, there's an alternative in the Cadillac Vistic. Hopefully another launch, Roland. We'll see you there.
Yeah. I do think that they will probably price against similar to the 009 because if we think the Lyric was about 120, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. This being an even bigger SUV, it's got to be more than that. No brainer.
Now get this: Cadillac flew people to the States before they were going to launch the Lyric. So I don't know how many people will be willing to fly to the States now, if they were to do another launch with this sort of car. It's basically like an Escalade, where you do need to be going through some rougher parts of Compton and other areas to really feel how protective and big you actually feel. So if anyone's interested, we're always keen to head over to the States to find out. But I'm quite happy in Toorak East at the moment.
Well, if you get past US Customs, and yeah, I'm sure I'll be happy to see what Cadillac have got to offer. Anyway, that's Cadillac. And just staying with the American theme, Costco. Costco continuing their Leapmotor discounts, ending in 9 days, guys. If you want a Leapmotor C10, $2,500 off Costco. Costco membership is about $70, so it's a pretty good deal. You get a huge discount.
There was Polestar had an incentive with Costco at one stage, and they do other automotive brands as well. But good to see Costco is, being part of the EV journey. I think it's Costco people go there for the bargains and, the bulk buying. And if you can get an EV that is a bit of a bargain and cheap enough to run, it's basically, I would call it a affordable man's Porsche Cayenne.
Good. You pick up a hot dog, pick up a bag of oranges, pick up a coffin, and then a car. Yeah, why not? I love Costco, honestly. I love Costco. Except when you buy stuff from Costco, you come home, it's like, hey, it wasn't this big when in the store. What happened? That's good. Costco's good. Yeah, Daryl says if they do a similar deal with the B10, they could fly out the door. 100%. Looking forward to seeing
Literally.
that. Flying car. That's XPeng. That's different. Yeah, Costco need to provide EV charging stations. Agreed. 100%. So what did you just roll up and buy at Costco? Yeah, you probably could. Drive through. It is American. Yep. Only petrol stations, no EVs. Very interesting. Selling gold bars. I think, gold's very popular at the moment, the way the world is.
Wow.
Selling gold bars in the US. Interesting. Buy in bulk to save money. Yeah, why not buy two while you're at it? Buy one for me. Yeah, thanks, Jason. And just to end off, guys, in New South Wales, we're seeing the first EV bus depot powered up in Sydney. That's great.
Ah.
Very good. Towards a cleaner, greener future. I like seeing that gantry there with the charging above. Very, very good. How big are those batteries, I wonder, those electric buses? How many kilowatt hours are they?
I think they're 300 to 400 kilowatt hours.
I was going to say,
Because-
definitely a couple of hundred.
Surely.
Yeah, you have to, like, a lot of these buses don't do more than 150 kilometers a day, 200 kilometers a day. I mean, depending on the road, sort of the routes they go on. Even Uber drivers, most of them don't drive more than 250 kilometers a day. So there's enough range for all of them. So yeah, it's quite cool to see. I mean, electric buses in China are like at different level. Like there's multi-story bus storage sheds with like fast charging on all levels. And just electric buses, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, just everywhere. But I'm glad that we're starting to go on the journey, and I really feel New South Wales is leading the charge on electric buses compared to Victoria is a little bit slow, and I think other parts of Australia are doing pretty well as well on this transition. So congrats to the New South Wales team.
It's so nice when an electric bus passes you, or when you're walking on the street. They're just so quiet. You don't hear the diesel rattle. It's just great. And I've seen a few electric school buses too, which is even better.
Yeah.
So, looking after the kids' health.
They're so quiet, they're so beautiful, and just having them around, I think we need more electric buses. So if you have any interactions with your local transport authority, let them know we need more electric buses that are a lot better than diesel on the road.
Makes sense to me. Alrighty, cool. Gents, that's all we have time for tonight, right on the hour mark. So good to see you both. Thanks for joining us once again, Riz and Roland. What's up this week, Riz?
So tomorrow morning is Tesla's Q3 earnings call, which of course I'm eagerly waiting to get up at 7:30 to listen to, because there's always some interesting bits that get dropped. So that looking, that's one thing that's happening. Apart from that, obviously so not this coming weekend, the following weekend is the Sydney EV show. So a lot of prep around that. They're even going to have, I think, a new car reveal sort of stand as well. So worth checking that out. And yeah, just preparing for the show. And next week there's also All Energy for anyone that is in Melbourne and is interested in battery and sort of tech space. So All Energy happening in Melbourne. I think it's Southern Hemisphere's largest renewable energy show, and they have an EV area as well this time around. So that's sort of what's going on.
Fantastic, Riz. Busiest man in the space. So good. Glad you got the Spectre to drive you around, and Bonzo Lounges too.
That's it.
Roland, what are we driving?
Nothing at the moment. I just handed back the new Genesis G80 electrified yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, big sedan. Didn't chauffeur anyone except kids. So
Most
it was a
important
huge
passengers.
car, though.
Yeah,
Huge
really.
car. But can I just say before we wrap up, 4-wheel steering for a car that was 5 point something meters, that was good turning circle.
Yeah, that's when the
Yeah,
wheels turn the other way,
very-
right?
Yeah, turns the other way at low
Yeah.
speed and then high speed. So the IM that you've got, that will do it too.
That
Yep.
has
There's a
it,
couple
yeah.
of cars,
Yes.
usually high-end cars, they've got it. It's amazing turning circle.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling, right? It feels like you're drifting across when it turns the other way. I
Really.
find. Yeah, that's cool. Very good. Well, thank you, Roland. Thank you, Riz, and thank you to our audience as well. Great of you to join us. We'll be back hopefully next week. I'll let you guys know before then. But otherwise, what's happening? Trying to add this. Here we go. That's what I want to see. All right. So thank you, Roland. Thank you, Riz. Thank you, guys and girls in the live chat. Have a great week and weekend, and we shall see you next time on Ludicrous Feed Live. Until then, take care. Happy charging.
Stay well.
See you around.